All right, we're on today with a friend of mine, Dustin Berg. Dustin's from Rio Rancho, New Mexico, and he was injured in 2003, right? Isn't that right, Dustin?
Yeah, 2003.
And in 2005, he started an organization called Global Opportunity Unlimited, better known as Go Unlimited, and he's going to tell us a lot about what what that's about today, and we're just going to get some info on a lot of info on what's happening in New Mexico. What why'd you start going limited, Dustin, originally?
Well, I was, always big into outdoor sports, backpacking, camping, hunting, fishing, snowboarding, rock climbing. I mean, just everything outdoors. And so after I was in a motorcycle accident and ended up in a wheelchair, the spinal cord injury, everything changes, as you know.
Yeah,
Um, Yeah, big time change for me. And as I got back into stuff with my family and my friends, and started getting back out doing the stuff that I love, I met a lot of other people in wheelchairs through my experience, through the whole recuperation period, and realized that something needed to be done. That there wasn't there wasn't like an organization out here helping facilitate those kind of adaptive sports, and building that that community of people working together to get help people get back outdoors,
right.
loving life. And so that's
Especially
what
in
I
New
did.
Mexico, because New Mexico is so, let's say, open, and it's not many big city stuff going on out there. You're out. It's open range pretty much.
Right.
It's
Yeah, I mean,
wild.
some people think we're still in old Mexico.
Well, the way down south, you're close.
Yeah.
Where did you go to rehab?
Loveless Rehabilitation Hospital in Albuquerque.
And is that big or small? I think I've only heard about that from you.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you're not in New Mexico, you probably don't hear much about it. It's a pretty small spinal cord injury hospital. I don't know how many beds, but yeah, I mean, small compared to any big city stuff, you
What
know.
they have is in the way of outdoor recreation there, anything? Or did you just start all that on your own?
I started it all pretty much, well, I mean, not on my own, with the help of a whole lot of other people,
Oh,
but
sure, yeah, yeah.
through the organization. And then the hospital got hip to what we were doing and saw the benefits and what we were creating. So then the hospital got on board, and it's been 15 years that we've been doing this stuff now. And now the hospital, we have a formal therapeutic recreation program over there, which helps tons of people. Tons of people that come through Loveless. Uh, so, like, we help with the inpatient stuff. We do peer mentoring, spinal cord injury support groups, help them with their like resource navigation. Just trying to get all the basic stuff you've got to get modified, and
Oh, yeah.
just to get back to living. But also introduce people to like hand cycling and wheelchair basketball, archery. Fishing is a huge part of our program, so we take people out and take them fishing. Uh, even when they're even kind of through the hospital, we work collaboratively on that stuff.
So you were like the point man on getting all that started, or can you take credit for that?
Yeah, I mean, I like to be I'm humble, but I mean, yeah, I was proud to be a part of making that happen. Absolutely.
Yeah, because now that therapeutic rec it's at all the big rehabs across the country,
Yeah, yeah,
and it should be everywhere. It should be at all of them.
absolutely. I agree. It's huge. I mean, when you're looking at trying to get back to, it's trying to figure out uh, what to do with yourself with your new mobility. To have trying to reinvent the proverbial wheel is hard. So meeting other people that have been doing it for a while, that have got back to living their lives, that's huge for us.
Yeah, for especially from us old timers who've been injured for a long time.
Yeah.
That's one of the benefits of we've been lucky to get some things started in our state. But there's not too much in New Mexico that I know about. You're the only organization so far out in that part of the woods. And of course, I've met Dustin through the hunting side of it, but I know you do a whole lot more. Y'all do year-round events, right? Or is it more one-on-one? What's the organization like? Do y'all do group events, or is it more one and two people? And what do y'all do throughout the year?
So yeah, so we're year round. So I'll kind of start in the spring. We started off in the spring with our fishing trips, and we do everything from beginner group to intermediate to more advanced stuff. So we'll take like a bunch of kids, for example, from the children's hospital, and they've got a neat program over here for kids with neurological conditions, and we'll take them big groups, sometimes 30 kids at a time, with family and friends, because we're always trying to promote like inclusive types, outings. So family, friends, the kids. We do a great big barbecue, on the side of a lake, and teach all the kids how to fish, and so we do big trips like that, and then we do more advanced stuff where we have like an accessible pontoon boat and an accessible drift boat that we can float down rivers and do some like premier fly fishing trips. Just 2 days ago, I was out at Navajo Lake taking people on the pontoon boat, and we're catching kokanee salmon right now, which is, I guess, more of an intermediate type of thing. So spring and summer, we do a lot of that. Fishing is a big part of our program. Year round, we're doing the therapeutic rec stuff and the peer mentoring, the support group. I mean, that's the weekly, monthly stuff that we do. And then in the winter, it's primarily hunting and therapeutic rec. But that's where we we don't do the ice fishing stuff. It's too cold. So we do, we get away from fishing, put all our fishing stuff away, and then we start trying to help people with hunts and hunting all the big game species out here in New Mexico: elk, mule deer, antelope, oryx. That's mostly what we do.
And I know New Mexico is one of the I know it because they have such good opportunities for disabled hunters. They have mobility and special mobility impaired seasons. It's one of the few of all states that have that. So I know it's one of the good opportunities, and that's kind of how I found you. So how do people find you? Do they just know you throughout New Mexico, or do you seek out? Do you advertise, or you just online?
Yeah, we're online. I mean, networking. A lot of social media nowadays is huge. So like our Facebook seems to be a good way to connect with a lot of people. That's NM Unlimited is our Facebook page out here. And so yeah, networking with people, word of mouth. I write the fishing report for the state. So for our New Mexico Department of Game and Fish, I'm the author of the weekly statewide fishing report, which goes out to a lot of people. And in that, part of what we do with the game department is we're supporting people with disabilities. So that report that goes out to everyone mentions the opportunity to, get assistance for disabled anglers. So that's a huge, advertising, networking tool for us.
Well, I know Facebook is a big thing nowadays. I mean, social media does have some benefits. It's easier to find what's going on in other states.
And then I'm looking at a question from Robin. Do you see that about
Yeah.
Do we welcome out-of-state hunters for your elk hunts? Absolutely. We're all about anybody, trying to help as many people as possible. That's how I met Chad. I think we went on an antelope hunt like 10 years ago or something.
It seems like 10 years, doesn't it?
It's been a while.
See,
And
I drew a tag, and then that's how I kind of met Dustin. I drew a tag, and in an area I wasn't familiar with, and I called Dustin, and I was like, "Hey, can you help me out on this hunt?" And he was like, "Sure." I mean, that's kind of the one of the benefits of one of the missions of your group, right? Is just to help anyone that needs to come over there and hunt or fish or do whatever, outdoor recreation.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I've taken quite a few people from out of town, out of state hunts. Um, help them
drawing the
on those.
tag is the hard part.
Absolutely, that is the hard part. And they're expensive to buy on your own anymore. For a quality bull tag or a buck tag or something like that, it's getting pretty pricey. Price just keeps going up too.
Tell me, you were telling me about you're about to go meet with the Game and Fish Commission, right? About trying to get a donate a tag program going similar to what they have in Wyoming right now. Is that what you were telling me about?
Yeah, so the way it works out here right now in New Mexico is if a guy can't make it on his hunt there's some specific reasons, medical, death in the family, stuff like that, and they can't make their hunt, then they can donate their tag back to the game department, and the game department can give it to a nonprofit, a qualified nonprofit. So
Right.
we're in the process of becoming one of those qualified nonprofits, so that we could accept those tags and then distribute them, give them to disabled hunters and help them out.
So they can already donate tags to a nonprofit right now. Is that right?
Right.
Is that what you're trying to push for?
No, it's already established. I'm just trying to get us added to the list.
Oh, you're going to be on. You should be on the list already.
Should have been a long time ago. I know.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Because I know in Wyoming, people can just donate their tags no matter what. If they draw a tag, it doesn't have to be any stipulations to it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're one of the leading states as far as that's concerned about drawing tags and donating them to a nonprofit, because they can, they'll have like a group antelope hunt going on, and people would donate a certain amount of tags every year for that hunt for people coming in out of state.
Yeah.
And in state too, but a lot of people come from out of state.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to be able to, in this day and age, people are starting to get a little more hip to helping out with mobility hunts and stuff, and the game departments are getting behind it. And so it's cool. It's neat.
Do y'all do any snow skiing? Speaking of outdoor rec, do y'all get involved in that, or do you go on your own?
In what? What now?
Snow skiing. Do you do any of that?
Snow skiing. I've done a little bit. I'm not huge on it. There's a group out here that does some skiing, and I've skied with them, and we've helped organize groups. But me personally, not a big fan. It's just, everybody's different. For me, I don't like the cold, and I don't like being cramped up in that little bucket.
Yeah.
And I loved it back when I was younger. I mean, I absolutely loved it, and I traveled around different states, and my brothers. I have two different brothers. I have one in Colorado and one out in California. So we did some, and used to live out there by Park City. One of my brothers, and so I traveled around and did a lot of it. But nowadays, the cramped up bucket and relearning it, and about throwing my shoulder out, crashing, just was enough for me.
Yeah, when you crash, it's hard. That ground is hard.
Yeah, I've got friends that do it. They're awesome.
What are you getting into now? What's your thing that you're doing right now?
The hand cycling. So, the drift boat and the hand cycling. So the drift boat, we just picked up this drift boat from Willie Boats out in Oregon, and
I've heard of.
Yeah, really all custom built, wheelchair accessible, where people could just roll right into the boat, don't have to transfer or anything. But you can also row from a wheelchair. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Getting behind the oars, and that'd be a great workout, a fishing workout. And so I'm looking forward to trying that. And we're expanding our trail riding, hand cycling program to be more off road. um, trekking type stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're trying to get some of the off-road hand cycles like the Mako and the Nukes that those guys are making up in Colorado, the reactive adaptations. Neat pieces of equipment. A couple of my friends have them down here right now, and it's really amazing the trails that they're able to ride. And with this technology, you know, this e-assist off-road mountain bike stuff is super cool. So that's right now for me, that's one of my big interests.
You're gonna have to send me some pics and a link, and I'll post them up in the comments here after we're done, so people can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely, I will.
So I suppose the easiest way to find you is through Go Unlimited, your website and your Facebook page.
Yeah, gounlimited.org is our website, and from the website there's a Facebook link, so you can just find us that way. But or through your Facebook too, or this comment thing. I'm sure there's a way to link up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna post. Anybody that watches this can just find you just by Googling your name, probably.
Yeah, we come up.
And Global Opportunity Unlimited. I'm glad you shortened it to Go Unlimited, so like catch here.
Well, when we started in 2005, we didn't want to hold ourselves back in any way. We didn't want to be tied to anything. So Global Opportunities Unlimited was the best idea we could come up with to do whatever, go any direction, go as big, help different kind of people with different disabilities. Yeah.
What's your plans for the group? Are y'all gonna try to grow it and make it bigger? Are you happy with the number of people you're getting out every year? What do you see? What's the trend?
Oh, I'm an ambitious guy, Chad, and I always want to see more. And you can't stop. The technology doesn't stop, So we keep advancing and always want to be on the front end of it, and want to help more people and want to build more bigger, better opportunities for people. So, oh yeah, no, we're not done building.
Good. Does Craig know about you up there in Colorado? Do they know you exist?
I've reached out to him, and I've talked to some people from up there, and some of the guys that have gone to Craig are part of the support group, and so we're tied in a little bit through the network. But no, I'd love to go up there.
They have a big therapeutic recreation program there, so I know a guy up in Montana, and he's connected with them too. So I was wondering if you were too, since you're right there to the south.
Yeah. No, I want to get up there and meet with the guys at Craig, and I keep an eye and watch what they do and try and learn from them.
Yeah.
And look forward to meeting them, more in person and trying to build a better, tighter relationship.
You should go up there, because I need to go up there sometime. But you're close enough where you could just roll up there, and just so they know who you are, leave some stuff up there, and they'll be sending more people down your way. That's kind of what I do here in Houston at TIER. Through it, they have a mentor program, and we get a lot of people that want to get outdoors from that. Just good contacts, because they'll get lost once they get out of the hospital and get out there on their own. Sometimes it's hard to reach them.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a good. I mean, the hospitals are a great hub to connect everyone, and I'm gonna go to Crested Butte, I think, in the next month or two. I'll try and make a point of coming by Craig and spending some time. Hopefully, with all this COVID stuff, like our hospital down here, we're not allowed to go inside. All the the visitors are limited, restricted. So I don't know what they're doing up there, but hopefully it gets better soon.
Yeah, they just opened ours up a couple weeks ago. That the volunteers can come back now. So I'm sure it won't be long. They'll be doing that everywhere. They got to be a little more careful at the hospitals. You know that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. That's just a tough situation all the way around.
What's your plans for the rest of the summer?
Fishing. A whole lot of fishing, and mountain biking. mountain biking and fishing. We'll be doing a lot. The drift boat is a big priority right now. We're really trying to refine that process and get it down to where we can start floating people down that river regularly. Getting people trained behind the oars, getting good fishing guides. That's where we're kind of starting with it. We get really good fly fishing float guides, and then we just show them the adapted techniques that we use, and then hopefully get it to where it's a regular system that people can go down. They can go down the river whenever they want, basically on their schedule, not waiting for me or planning some special event. It'd be a accessible drift boat they could book on their time,
Where do y'all do that? I take it as close to Albuquerque then.
It's about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours north of Albuquerque. It's on the San Juan River.
Okay, all right. I've heard of it.
Up near the Four Corners.
Yep.
It's beautiful, beautiful river. Awesome spot. Great fly fishing. It's kind of a premier, like world-class fly fishing destination, but out here in the desert.
Where do y'all stay when y'all go up there? What town? What's the nearest town?
Navajo Dam Community.
Okay.
So we do a lot of our stuff up there. So there's Navajo Lake is the second biggest lake in New Mexico, and it has most of it's in New Mexico, but some of it goes into Colorado.
Yep.
And then out of the bottom of Navajo Lake is the San Juan River, and so it's really nice. We've got those two things right there. We've got the lake and the river.
Yeah, and y'all fish both of them, the lake and the river?
Yeah. Sometimes in the same day. Like last weekend, we did a half-day float trip down the river, and then ate lunch, cruised up to the lake, and jumped on the boat and went and caught 15 or something salmon, and then called it a day. Went home and cooked them.
I think I need to come up there and join y'all one time on that.
It's a good time. It's a really good time. In the river, we've got big trout. There was just doing the fishing report too. I get to see a lot of the fish that come in. There was a 38, I think it was 36, 38 inch brown trout. That humongous brown trout caught up there the other day. And then in the lake, you've got some 40+ inch, 45 inch pike. Big bass, 5-pound bass is a pretty good bass for up there, 6 pound. Largemouth, smallmouth, kokanee salmon, rainbow trout and brown trout in the lake also. Yeah,
and y'all are set up, y'all are equipped to take anyone in a chair out? Yeah.
Power chair, manual chair, either one, on either boat.
What kind of boats do you have to take power chairs out on?
So we use a 24-foot accessible, pontoon boat.
Yeah, pontoon, yeah.
Yeah, where we've stripped the deck clean, and you've got just a nice big open deck to fish off of. We bring a little wheelchair, like a aluminum ramp. Sometimes there's just just to make it even easier to get in and off the boat. But it works great. Yeah, the boat works great.
You take that in the river too, or just the lake?
Just the lake. The pontoon boat stays at the lake. It's in a slip at the marina, so we don't have to mess with unloading at the ramp or anything. We just literally get out of the vehicles and roll over down the marina and onto the boat. It's a really nice marina too. It's nice and accessible. Has a cafe and sometimes live music and stuff going on. It's a cool spot.
Cool. Well, we got to do that sometime. That way we can do some video and send me some pics too of some of those fish y'all are catching. I'll post them up for you.
Cool. I will. Yeah, and definitely get out here as soon as you can.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for all the info, and I know people are going to be trying to get in touch with you through this because there's like I said, you're the guy in New Mexico that I call for all my info anyway. So if there's anything you want to do, therapeutic rec, outdoor rec, hunting, fishing, you're the guy. So keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Chad, and like doing what you're doing and connecting all the dots and putting people together. That's great, man. Appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, yeah, man. We're doing it. We're doing it to try to get people out. It's the best therapy there is.
That's right.
I appreciate your time, buddy. We'll talk soon.
All right, you have a good one.
Yeah, send me some pics so I can post them up.
All right, I will. And
All
take
right, take
anything
care.
you want from our Facebook page too.
All right, I'll do it.
All right,
Take
see
care,
ya.
buddy. See you soon.
See ya.